We're on day 2 of our Colorado trip. We're in a little town of Lake City, Colorado, where we're getting started on Sunday. Today would be, I'm having to think about this. I should have thought about this before I started recording. I think today's the 4th of September. We slept last night at Deer Lakes Campground. Didn't do a whole lot of video because we got in kind of late. It was a long trip from where we stayed in Texas the night before to our camp in Deer Lakes last night. But we did have a good night's rest. We all arrived safely, got set up after dark really, and got dinner cooked and slept. Got up this morning, packed up, and we're off to hit some trails. Yesterday, highlights, we saw a moose, like 3 of them. At first we just saw, I think it's called a cow when it's a female moose. So we saw a cow moose. Drove down the road a little ways and got to see a big bull moose, which was really cool. He was not bothered by our presence at all. This morning, before we packed up, I got up and walked down to the lake. I've got some pictures I'll share. But there I saw 5 mule deer this morning just down at the lake. There were 3 at the lake and 1 I just ran into on the road, and I thought it was going to come up to me, but it didn't. Anyway, this is a little bit of the view. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Cute little town, lots of little wood cabins. Today I think we're headed to Cinnamon Pass first. From there we're planning to camp somewhere near the head of Poughkeepsie Gulch.
Anyway, just getting some video of us going down through this old historic town, and so we topped the fuel tanks off. We went ahead and topped off our propane because we're gonna be on the trail now for could be more than just a day. So I want to be safe, make sure we got everything we need. One of the members of our group went on to a little grocery store, got a couple of items. So just so you know, if you make this trip, you come out, you're going to do some stuff, hit the trails. There are places you can go to and stock up on the things that you need prior to hitting the trail. And our first stop will be Cinnamon Pass. We're going to leave Lake City and hit Cinnamon Pass. Cinnamon Pass, we're probably going to cut across to Poughkeepsie. Not sure yet. It's kind of a fluid thing. We do have a pretty good idea of where all we want to go, and we'll keep you guys informed on what's going on. It's a beautiful place. If you've never been out west, highly recommend it. You can see these beautiful mountains are just gorgeous. The creeks are gorgeous. We've seen moose. We're going to post some still pictures of moose. We've seen all kinds of wildlife. Anyway, thanks for coming along with us, and hope you enjoy the video.
What you got there?
Okay, so this is our air down kit. We have 2 short hoses, 12 footers, and we have 2 24 footers. 2 short ones are for the front and long ones for the back. This is our manifold block, and it's engaged so you can tell where you're at. It's all quick connect together. So the short ones go to the inside, like so. Long ones go to the outside. All quick connect stuff. Connect them up. hinges. And then you check your pressure and then close it off. And it takes a while because there's a lot of volume in those 4 tires. So to let out PSI, it's quite a lot of let off. Getting real busy out here at Cinnamon Pass on a Sunday. See 5,000 people go by so far. And cars. We're airing down there with a Hyundai.
How far are you going down?
I'm gonna go 25.
We've been on Cinnamon Pass today. So here's my honest review. I really enjoy getting out in the middle of nowhere where there's not a lot of people, not a lot of traffic, meeting occasional traffic. That's cool. You know, our experience with off-roaders is generally they're pretty considerate. Maybe not always the case on Cinnamon Pass, but it's beautiful views. It's really nice. It is Labor Day weekend, so I have to give it that there's probably just a lot of people because it's Labor Day weekend. But it's really nice views. It's not very technical. There are several narrow spots in the path. So we've not had any trouble at all navigating the actual road. But the traffic is non-stop. We got down to, what was that walking trail called? Was it Grizzly Gulch? Did anybody notice? They're not listening to me, they're eating lunch. But anyway, we got to this place called Grizzly Gulch Trail, and there were, I'm telling you, there were probably 50 people with their little, you know, pop-up tents, and hikers and bicycle riders, and there was a bathroom facility there. Once we got past that, the traffic has kind of died down a little bit, but it's still pretty steady. So anyway, I've enjoyed the view. It's been nice riding, but we met was some people in full-size vehicles. I did get a little bit of video of it, and we met them in the narrowest part of the trail we possibly could have met them in, so it was kind of difficult. And then there were side-by-side riders who were not very considerate of the people who were trying to figure out how to get two different parties past each other in this very narrow spot on the trail. So it was a challenge. Overall rating, Cinnamon Pass. Difficulty, I don't know, 2, 3, not really difficult. Enjoyability, beauty, it's pretty, so 6, 7, very pretty scenery, but the difficulty level, because of the traffic, increases, so your anxiety level increases too. But anyway, all in all, good trail, but lots and lots of folks, so be prepared to have a lot of pull over and wait for traffic to go by.
All right, folks, here we are. This is our camp for the night. It's Sunday night, and this is us. We're way down in this valley. What's those ruins called?
I'm sorry?
What's the ruins called?
This is, Animas Forks. Yeah.
Animas Forks ruins. Yeah. They are, you kind of get an idea. They're up there. Let's see, I'll get a little closer view for you here. Whoops, sorry. Okay, right up there. There's an old cabin. we're going to get you some good footage of it. Once you get up there on top of that hill, there's a whole lot of buildings and stuff. We are way down in this valley. Those peaks up there, I can tell you, we came through what they call the summit, and we were at 12,500 or 600 feet, and they were good, I don't know, 4,000 to 5,000 feet higher than we were. That's just guessing. So it tells you how high those peaks are, around 17,000, probably 18,000. This is where let's see, I'll give you a shot of our the black sheep here. Let's see if I can pan around. Here's the black sheep. And so if I go 180 degrees from the black sheep, this is what you're looking at. Alright, see that little river running down there below us? It's probably a couple hundred feet below us. And if I'm standing squared up with 180 feet from us, right there, that's what our view is tonight, this camp spot. That's our view. Let me pan out a little bit. That's it, right there. Very beautiful. Very beautiful spot. We got lucky to get this spot.
This is the view from our tent. When David and I first started talking about going on an overland trip, I don't think you could get much closer to the picture that I had in my mind than that right there. Where we're camped at, Sunday, September 3rd, is a old mining town. It's got some of the stuff preserved, and it's really cool. This is a jailhouse. Important to have at a mining town, I'm sure. Just another view of where we're camped. You can see the river down there and the road that just winds through these majestic mountains. And then there's us, all set up right close to a waterfall. Where the water disappears, there's a waterfall there that goes through. I don't even know what you call it, but it's beautiful. As you can see behind me, some of the old mining houses that are here. We're just kind of touring around them, seeing what we can see. There's David. We already toured this one. It was a house. I've already forgotten who the names were, but they sold it to somebody in 1910 for $110. And that house just goes back and back and back. It has a attached outhouse, so it was sort of an indoor outhouse. It's a neat old place. I don't know what these were. We didn't go up and tour them. We're probably going to get back to camp because we have to get the remote working on our heater and we need to fix dinner. But there's the old mine shaft right there across the way. Can you imagine coming out here to live? I mean, this is like literally 40 miles to any sort of civilization through rough terrain. But they did it. Let's go down here and see what David's found. What's this place?
This is the, it's called Animas Forks, and the building, I don't really, it doesn't say,
Doesn't say what the building is.
but it talks about in the winter of 1875, 1876, over 27 feet of snow fell here.
Jeez.
Yeah. Their chief source of amusement was, they called it snowshoeing, and today we call it skiing. The skis were very long, and it's the way they delivered the mail in the wintertime with snow skis.
Jeez.
Can't
I wonder how
imagine.
they got back up the hills.
I guess they walked it. Oh, they closed it off so you can't build a fire.
You can't, oh, you can't build a fire. I know we saw a sign at that other place that said they were doing restoration.
This, you can go to the Bureau of Land Management and you can donate to the preservation and restoration of this site right here. Every building here. And they have. You can see the work that's been done.
Can't believe it doesn't say on this one what it was.
It doesn't say. It says it was a gathering place for every family that lived here.
Okay.
For when it was extremely cold and the snow, they would have to tunnel to their houses here, so that everyone would just stay here and entertain one another by playing cards and board games and stuff like that. And they kept firewood. There was a building off the back of it, and they would just, everybody would stay warm right
So
here.
it's like the community building.
Yeah.
Wow. And this was their view.
They had a heck of a view.